So what's up, guys? Today I'm going to actually be building polycarbonate windows for the car, for the doors, because as you guys know, before I even painted the car, I did cut up the inside of the door. All the side impact protection and the motors and everything like that, it saves about like 100 pounds, if not a little bit more, so I think it's pretty worth it, because it's one of the heavier things on the M3. So yeah, so now I got some, I think I spent like $200 on material. I got polycarbonate sheets from Home Depot, and I still have the OEM glass, so I'm just going to be tracing the OEM glass onto that, and I got a jigsaw. Never really used one, but we'll see how it is to cut. Then yeah, I don't think I'm going to finish it today. Maybe I will, maybe at least just one side, maybe the driver's side, because as well as that, I did also buy these side window slider things, which this is going to sit like this. Well, technically, it's going to sit like this because the handle has to be on the inside. And then with this, I think I paid about $120 for this. It has all the hardware and it has the slider rails and stuff. I didn't realize how easy it is to make this stuff. It's just straight Lexan sheets and pieces. But the thing is, this is also CNC cut, so I don't think I would be able to get it this perfectly straight, at least with the jigsaw. So I will have little windows, but I am going to make the entire window removable as is. It's really cold right now. It's freezing temperatures basically every day, and I like to drive the car. And I still have working heat, so as long as I have windows, even though it's plastic, and it won't retain heat as well as glass, it'll still keep the heat in, especially for the drive from New Jersey to Arizona when we move in roughly 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be needed, especially if we hit any rain. So here's the sheet of polycarbonate. This sheet is $80, $85, and I got 2 of them. The window is probably only like this big, but there was a bigger sheet for like technically a better deal because it was $160, but it was way too long to even fit in Dan's truck. So I just got 2 of these. The jigsaw thing, which I got the cheapest one at Home Depot for $50. I might return it afterwards. Now I'm just going to go ahead and trace it with a Sharpie. So I just did a little trick with Lexan. One little thing that you don't notice about OEM glass is the fact that it has a little black border, basically like this right here, how it follows, and you would never notice it because it's just one of those things I guess you expect, or you know, every piece of glass has it. So what you actually do is you take a knife and you run basically a border. My border, this physical window, I'm going to be able to see less out of it than the OEM one, just because there's going to be a black border, because I'm going to have to be building a rib cage on the outside of the polycarbonate, because if this car was just a regular frame door, it would be easy because I could just rivet on the thing all around and that's it. But because it's a frameless door and how floppy this is, when I shut it, it wouldn't actually be bending like this. It would just be flopping around, especially when I'm driving on the highway. So you have to build a rib cage that basically bends and rivets in all around, so it keeps its like, you know, curved form, so that when you shut the door, it's fully pressed against the seal and it's watertight and, you know, stuff like that. So that's why there's a pretty big border all around, is because just to hide that rib cage, because that's where it'll run and be riveted in. But then on the other side, once you peel off all the plastic and everything, all you'll see is just a nice black border. So it'll look nice and OEM. Hey guys, so second day here. That paint took absolutely forever to dry because of it being like 30 degrees, 25 degrees. So basically now I measured out the little window boy, because I realized before I rivet on anything permanently I should probably just cut the hole, because it's really easy to use a jigsaw when you're like on a flat surface versus, well, it's on a door or a car. But I basically tried to make the round corners by drilling 4 holes and then jigsawing like that, and then now I marked off with yellow the holes for the thing. This is kind of like the frame that keeps the slider from escaping, and then there's a thicker frame that goes up top to prevent it from coming towards you, so it can't go left or right past these points and it can't come out. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna drill, peel the plastic from this side, peel the plastic off these bits, and start putting the actual slider piece hardware bit together. Okay, so I finished this up. I still do have to tighten it, but that's fine. That can be last. Pretty good for, you know, eyeballing it. A little bit of scratches right here in the paint and a little bit of black got through there, but it's okay. But it's pretty cool actually. It's really such a simple design. Like it's genuinely just like 3 layers of polycarbonate that just sandwiches. I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera because it's all clear, obviously, but it's very race car-y. I have a little bit slack here, but that shouldn't really like affect at all, because I believe that seals it no matter what. Let me just turn this over for you guys. This is the outside of the window, so this is like what everyone sees. As you can see, this is what I meant by the black border, how OEM it looks. But yeah, that's the window. Doesn't really affect vision that much either, because like I said, everything here is clear, and it's nice Allen key hardware, so it looks pretty clean. That's the one thing I learned, is next time when I redo all the polycarbonate quarter and back windows, and whenever I eventually do the front windshield polycarbonate, I am just going to use Allen key heads, because it's so much easier and better than rivets, because rivets are pretty damn horrible. If you screw up, it's like impossible to take them out, but this is pretty simple. But yeah, now we have a window. Now I'm actually going to take off the door. I was originally making this side for the passenger door, but due to where I sprayed the black, which was that side, now this is actually the driver's side door one. So I'm going to have to just pull my driver's side door off, and the way I'm thinking of mounting it is actually cutting off. I mean, I'll just show you guys. This is the inside of the door. If you guys realize, this beam right here is missing where the door handle was. Lost a little bit extra weight here. This may be like a 5-pound piece. It's double layered, not triple actually. Now it's double layered metal. Cut that out, and there's a little bit more of the frame in here. Stupid headphone. A little bit more of the frame in there, and I'm just gonna basically put rivets into that frame. And that's what's gonna keep this attached to the door. Later I will probably use rib nuts, so I can use an actual Allen key head screw, so I can take them out and take this off. But I'm not gonna be taking this off until I get to Arizona and until it's like really hot there. But then after that, I have to take this long L shape. Why L shape? Because it's a lot stronger and it's aluminum. Like this whole piece weighs like half a pound, and it's a lot more stronger when it's an L shape or U shape. So basically, to make curves, you just cut one of the things to make bends. Basically, what we're going to be doing is running the frame all around like this, the window, and causing it so that it keeps its curvature. So that when you know, like this whole thing isn't like flopping around like this. And when it shuts, like I said, it seals against the door. So. So guys, from that last clip, I still had to lower it a little bit on this side, but I also built a frame thing. It's still not done, but I think I'm gonna end the video here. But as you can see, there's like a little metal bit frame that's kind of bent over. I might have to bend it a little more. As you can see, it's riveted on the inside. I'm literally just gonna have to make one that like comes from like here up and then all around here, because as you can see, it's way too floppy on the forward section. But other than that, that's really all I have to do. I just have work soon, so yeah, I mean, it looks really cool in my opinion. I do still have to adjust the framing, as I said. That's really it, I think. Little window, it's easier to do from the inside, and as you can see, it's a little bit hard to move, which is a good thing, because that means that this thing isn't gonna slide open while driving. So yeah, that's my little thing. Like I said, I still have to do this, and I still have to do the other one, obviously, but I'm just gonna do that tomorrow. By the way, guys, tomorrow's actually my birthday, funny enough. So that's what I'm gonna spend my birthday doing that, and then we're going to like a Christmas party on Saturday in North Jersey, where I want to take my car, because as long as I make the other window by then, because it's really cold, I do want to take that, because it's up in North Jersey where there's a lot of like hilly roads, and I want to do some more POV driving, but more POV driving in like hilly areas and stuff, where it's not just me ripping it in a straight line, because the POV videos have been pretty successful. Then also a small update for the few people that know, obviously when I won the SEMA thing, there was like awards that I was to be given, and I finally got the code for the $400 of light bulbs. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with that, but I guess I'll get Rachel and my car LED light bulbs, I guess. But also AEM finally contacted me saying they're going to give me a race dash display, the CD7, if you want to Google it. It's like it goes in your cluster and it shows like the gear, the RPMs, the speed, coolant, temp, air fuel ratio, oil pressure, oil temp, blah blah blah. You still have to hook it up, but yeah, just want to let you guys know that there's still like 3 more sponsors. There's a clutch sponsor, and there's Airlift. There's other things that still haven't contacted me. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it's been forever since we did more of a working on the car video. But this is one of the only things I'll be doing before I move. Still have an oil change to do, and I still have to replace the fuel filter, because it's seeping fuel very slowly, and I don't want that to be happening while I'm driving 2,800 miles, because as you guys know, I'm going to be selling this daily for a flip around New Year's, and then literally a couple days after New Year's, we plan to leave, me and Rachel, with my car and her WRX, and we're just going to drive 2,800 miles with the 2 dogs to Arizona. And yeah, we still have not secured a house, but having issues with having a job letter, but I think we're going to figure that out, and I'm going to continue working on the car in Arizona, because we're going to have a giant garage that's 3 times the size of this, if not actually 3.5 times the size of this, so I'm going to have an insane amount of room. Finally going to be able to store my tools and have them organized, and have a welder and a compressor and all this stuff, so I can just improve my quality of work and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video, which will probably be the Christmas POV video or something like that.